In today's video, I'm going to show you how to join them together. This is a really cool joining stitch that's very forgiving since I'm using two different designs. They may not have the same number of stitches, so this is a very forgiving pattern to put them all together. With so many colors, white was the only logical choice to join it. Okay, now I'm going to show you how I put them together. Now I know that this is the side that I want to sew on. Take off my first square. Just kind of untie my knot. And take off the first square that's going to be, and then I'm going to tie this back up again so that I keep my order. And I'm going to set these out of my way. There are many ways to sew together, either sew or crochet your granny squares together. I like this right here. It kind of looks like a chain link. I'm going to kind of pull it apart a little bit. It kind of looks like a chain link, see? And these two chains are sort of twisted. See how the edge looks? It's just it's like a little loop here. It has already a white trim on it. I could just start right here on this corner. I'm going to start on this corner and I'm going to attach it here. Then I'm going to put an edge here and an edge here. And then I'm going to put an edge here. And then I will have white side, and then I don't have to cut my thread. I can start on this corner with the next square. So here I'm going to be adding the white trim at the same time that I connect it. So I will start in my corner and I'll pull up a loop in my corner. And I'm just going to chain a couple. I want to kind of connect it at the corner. Oops. I want to bring this, I want to kind of join all this stuff. So I'm going to pull it off my crochet hook and I'm going to grab it because I'm going to pull this chain right up here into the corner just so that I'm connected at the corner. Okay, now that I've got at least connected at the corner, I'm going to chain. Now I have to hold it a little bit differently than I normally do because I just can't figure out a better way to do it. So I'm holding my needle a lot different than I normally do. Okay, so I chained 4. Now there's a loop right here. See, there's a loop right here. Now I'm going to take my hook off of my chain and I'm going to insert this into that loop. Now it's a big loop, so I'm going to close it. And now that I've joined it right there, I need to count 3 or 4 stitches, and then I'm just going to do a single crochet right here. And that joins it right there. So right now there's just one loop right here joining that. After every time I've joined it, I'm going to crochet about 4 chains, 2, 3, 4, chain 4. Then again, remove your needle and then take your end of that chain and put it through the loop. The reason that I like this joining is because it's very forgiving. Like if your squares are not exactly the same size, you can make it work. And you know, with every project that I do, especially if it's something that I've done for the first time and I'm just learning the stitches, there's a few things I have to figure out and learn, and sometimes it's trial and error, and sometimes I have to go back and redo things. So that's all I'm doing. It's very simple. About 3 or 4 stitches, and then we do a single crochet, and then we chain 1, 2, 3, 4, remove our hook, pull that through the loop here. That's why it's kind of annoying having to take it off the hook. It's not the usual way of crocheting. But I do like this method of joining it, because I like how the blanket lies flat. That's what I like about it. Sometimes you crochet, you're gonna left with a very high ridge, and I just didn't want that. I wanted, where it's connected, I want it to be nice and flat. So that's one reason why I like this. And because I'm also using 2 different patterns, I was worried about the stitch count not being the same. I don't even think I actually counted the stitches. So I'm going to go all the way to the end, doing the same thing. 3 or 4 stitches, and then remove it from the hook, slip it through the loop on the other side, and then count out 3 or 4 stitches. And I'm always, you know, kind of judging it. I want to make sure that the corner is going to end up at that corner. Do a single crochet and just keep going. I'm going to finish this and then I'll show you the other side. Right, I am near the corner. This is going through the last loop. And I want to hook it here in the corner. And I don't want a gap right here, so I want to make sure that my corners line up. So I am going to just give it like 1 stitch, and I want to connect it into this corner. Just want to make sure that that's a good connection here. All right, now that I've gotten that side done, all right, now I need to chain 1. I feel like I need 2 in the corner because I always put 2 in the corner. All right. 1 single crochet in the corner, so I've got 2 in the corner. Chain 1, 2, 3, skip about 3, and then do a single crochet, and that puts a little loop right here. See, that's what we need to do. We're going to go all the way around this square. Sometimes I do 3, sometimes I do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to go right into the corner, and this is a corner, so I'm going to single crochet 1, and then I'm going to do 2 chains. Whoops, my thread split. I got to make sure I pick it up. Okay, 1, 2, and do another single crochet. That forms my corner. Now I'm going to go down the side and do that corner and come down here, and then I'll start the next square. So I'll just do that much and I'll come back. So once you've done a side, you're going to have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 loops. I have 6 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 loops on that side. I've got one more side to do, and then I'll be ready to pick up another square. I started here, these are joined, went all the way around. Now I have to start on this corner. Now there's a little bit of a gap right here, so I'm going to join this to that corner because I like to have them connected on all 4 corners. So I'll just crochet a couple, and then I want to go right into this corner and make sure that that is attached right there. And then I'm going to go right into here to this corner to get started. So I'm still using the same thread. Okay, now usually in the corner I do 2 stitches, 2 single crochets in the corner, but I'm going to do 1 going this way because when I come around again I will do the second one in that corner. Now I need to turn this so it's easy for me to work. And for doing this, it seems easier for me if I lay it flat down and I don't hold my crochet hook the usual way. I have to hold it this way to do this because it's a little bit awkward. Do a chain, and we're going to put it through the loop here. count out 3 or 4 stitches and do our single crochet, chain 1, 2, 3, 4, place it through the loop, put our hook back in and count out. I'm going to count out 3 because this one looks kind of loose. Just make sure that this is going to, you know, even out with that one. That looks good. So there have been times when I started on the wrong side and I had to go the opposite way, but I like working from right to left, going counterclockwise. So that means I'm going to have this attached, and I'll have 2 sides, and then I'm going to have this little gap here. Now I'll finish it up right here, but when I get there, I have to cut my thread. So the next one I'll start just like I did that one. I'll have the finished edge. So that's how it's done. It's really not hard. Okay, I have gone around. I'm to here now, and yes, I don't have the white on there, but I do need to attach it here. So I've already did my first stitch, single crochet, chain 2, and now I want to connect it to this corner. So I'm going to put it in here and pull it through there just so I've connected. And I want to make a stitch here. I only have 1 stitch in the corner, but now that I'm going to go this way, now I put that second stitch in that corner so that it's got 2 in the corner like all the others. So right now it's connected on the corner, but it's not connected here. So I just do the same thing. I'm just going to crochet, chain 4, remove my hook, stick it through the loop, put my hook back on without splitting my thread, and then count down about 3 or 4 and do a single crochet. And while doing this, you want to make sure that everything's going to line up good. You know, I know we're working with a hole in the middle at the moment. We want to make sure that's going to line up right. We go through our last loop. And then I want to make sure that my corners are going to be connected. So I want to go right into my corner on this side. Alright, we are connected. Now I'm going to have to cut my thread because I'm in the middle, and being in the middle I can't go anywhere because the next one I'm going to have to start over here, so I have to start with a new thread. So we cut, and then I like to pull my thread to the back, and there's going to be 2 threads on the back, and I just like to tie them together to make sure that we have a good connection. And so that's how you do it. I will do 2 more, and then I'll do 2 more, and then that row will be finished. Okay, if I start here, I would have to go around like this, and then I have to end there, and I'd only get 1 square on. So it's better for me to start here, join it here, and connect these, put my edge on, and then my thread will still be here, and I can get started with the second square. So I would not want to start here and go that way, because then I'd end up at the same spot. Same thing here. I'd end up at the same spot. I actually want to end here so that I can continue with my thread. Granny square. Have fun making your blanket. Thanks for watching.